Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel. So today, life update muna tayo sa international student life ko. So kasi hindi na ako nakapag-update since last week nung natapos yung third semester namin. Yes, tapos na yung third semester ko dito sa Canada and natapos yun last December 12. So mga ilang araw na tayong walang klase. So yung last day ko actually one exam na lang yun and sabay-sabay kami nag-take lahat ng section. So required yun ng instructor or professor namin, but it's just for the specific subject kasi sa ibang subjects na meron ako hindi naman kailangan sabay-sabay yung pagtitake ng final exam. So it's on their discretion kung kailan sila magpapatake ng exam. And yun nga, last exam ko or final exam was held noong December 12. And as I've mentioned in our previous vlog, sobrang bilis mag-release ng grades dito sa Canada. So, just a week after nung end nung last class namin, yan, meron na kaming results or final grades. Actually, may isa na lang hindi nagre-reflect sa MySate account ko, pero reflected na siya sa D2L account namin or yung online platform na ginagamit ng mga students dito sa Canada. And I am very happy sa mga results na nakukuha ko sa aking exam. So, despite of what's going on, syempre, hindi naman mawawala yung mga personal problems, yung mga challenges na nafe-face natin. So, whether it's Canada side or Philippine side. Pero, yun nga, by God's grace, no, na kuha natin yung grades na inaasam natin for that semester. So, yun nga, mag-uumpisa na naman ang ating fourth sem. Actually, last semester ko na yon, except for the fact na meron kaming extra 1 month para sa practicum. So, graduating na ako by next semester. Wow! But plus yun nga, plus 1 month for the practicum wherein we will be placed for 4 weeks in a law firm. So, mag-a-apply kami in different law firms here in Calgary, Canada. And, of course, with the assistance yan ng aming instructor and SATE. So, yun naman, hindi kami papabayaan. And actually, last sem, ina-assist na kami how to draft properly a Canadian resume together with a cover letter and with the addition ng references. Siyempre, para ma-accept kami as practicum students for 4 weeks in a certain law firm here in Canada. And yung practicum nga pala namin, that will be unpaid. So, part yun talaga ng program. So, instead of me finishing until April talaga yung mga subjects, so we have an additional 1 month para syempre ma-apply namin lahat ng napag-aralan namin for that whole 2-year program here in SATE. And anyway, so bago pa tayo pumunta sa graduation, syempre, pagdadaanan muna natin ang last term. And bago tayo syempre makapasok for the last term, bayaran na naman. Yes, you heard it right. Magbabayad na naman tayo ng panibagong tuition fee for our winter term 2024. And syempre, may mga nagtatanong kasi as we uploaded yung mga cost of living for 2023, tinatanong kung kasama na ba doon yung tuition fee kasi nga mahal or malaki yon when you compute it for the whole year. So, ang sagot namin dyan ay, syempre, hindi kasama ang tuition fee sa computation ng mga nilalabas namin previously. Yung cost of living pa lang yon. So, yung cost of living does not include yung tuition fee. So, we have to prepare separately yung mga tuition fee natin. So, magkano ba ang dapat bayaran nating international student dito? So, just a disclaimer lang pala, ito ay tuition fee ko sa Southern Alberta Institute of Technology dito sa Calgary, Alberta. So, hindi niya nasasalamin yung tuition fee sa other colleges dahil iba-iba ang rates ng tuition fee per colleges or institutions or university and lalong-lalo na per province. So, pwedeng mas maliit ang tuition fee ninyo or sa ibang schools compared sa ipapakita ko dito sa inyo sa SATE. But for purposes of my tuition fee, kasi nga tinatanong ako since hindi ito nasama sa cost of living namin, so ito i-reveal ko kung magkano ang dapat bayaran for our next sem. So, for the next sem, winter 2024, ito. So, a total of $8,675.35. or that's about 364,364 pesos. Yes, yan. Nasa 300,000 piso ang ating tuition for the next sem. So, 1 sem lang yon. And when you compute it, since naka 4 semesters na tayo, yan, times 4 nyo na lang. So, it's gonna be 34,701 for 4 sems na nabayaran ko, or in peso, that's already almost 1.5 million pesos. So, goodbye, 1.5 million. Pero, syempre, not in a negative way. Kasi, even if nawala ang 1.5 million sa ating budget or sa ating accounts, syempre, meron tong kapalit na Canadian education and doon tayo natututo. And this diploma or certificate na kinukuha natin sa Canada, of course, will be beneficial when we applied later on sa mga employers. So, yan, as I've mentioned, I will be paying about 364,000 pesos for the next sem. And ang deadline for payment na yan is, since I am a continuing student, yan, and second year na ako, ang deadline for a continuing student is on January 19, but we can already pay now. That's why we already paid, yan, few days ago, para syempre hindi na magalaw and secured na ang ating tuition fee. Para rin malaman nyo kung ano ba yung components ng tuition fee na yan, ito, so campus or recreation athletics, so that's $103. And then we have student association fee dito sa SAIT, which is $146. And then ito, student dental plan fee, which is $79 per sem. And then student health plan fee, which is $86. And then ito yung transit pass or yung ginagamit natin sa bus and the train. Bakit tayo hindi na nagbabayad? Kasi as a student of SAIT, bayad na tayo as part of our tuition fee, which is already $165. And then we have this so-called student technology fee, which is $105.50. And then we have also student support fee na $105.50. And then ito yung pinakamalaki, syempre yung tuition fee ng legal assistant na program ko, which is $7,885.35. So, since nagbayad na tayo few days ago, yan, yung balance natin nag-a-appear na as zero dahil we have already paid the tuition amounting to $8,675.35. So, yan, ganyan kalaki ang binabayaran ng international student dito sa Canada, particularly sa SAIT under the program of Legal Assistant Diploma. Pero, ang alam ko sa business administration, it's somehow a little higher. About 9,000 sila per sem. So, iba-iba rin yan per program kahit same school kami. So, in my tuition fee, yan, you can see that there's what we call the student dental plan fee and student health plan fee. So, this can be waived if we want to, pero ako ni-retain ko na lang kasi, syempre, we wouldn't know kung baka kailanganin natin, diba? Mahal pa naman magpa-dentist dito sa Canada. And then, yung health plan fee ko, nilagay ko na rin in addition sa insurance na meron yung asawa ko na si Alwin. So, covered naman ako ng insurance since he is a full-time worker dito sa Canada, but yeah, to complement, kasi hindi 100% yung coverage ko, so I just retained the $86 health plan fee. Yan, so kanya-kanya namang options, and actually I can add here my family, so I can add my spouse and I can add my son. But yeah, since covered naman na yung other aspects in our health, yan, I just retained na ako na lang muna in this payment plan. And even if we have this Alberta Health dito sa Canada, yan, merong health coverage kami. So there are still aspects or items or services na hindi covered nun. So it's really best then to retain pa rin yung mga student health plan dito na meron sa tuition fee natin. And then guys, in this tuition fee, so the $8,675 for that sem, hindi pa dito kasama yung books and then yung mga softwares and other tools na kailangan nyo per subject. So you still have to allot budgets for your books depending on the requirement for that subject. And under the SAIT policy, books and supplies can be approximately 1,000 to 1,500 per full-time year. And also, note that this is a bring your own device program. Yan, so with the standard computer hardware and software requirement. Kaya kami, di ba, kapag nakikita nyo sa previous vlogs ko, may kanya-kanya kaming dalang laptop unless yung classroom namin ay laboratory na meron ng desktop na naka-ready. In other subjects, hindi laboratory yung classroom namin, so you have to bring your own laptop. And yan, I'm just really thankful na nakasurvive yung laptop ko, which is MacBook, na kahit hindi siya nagko-comply sa requirements, yan, we were able to work around. Pwede naman siya, although challenging talaga i-operate yung MacBook in this type of course or program kasi merong mga software na pwedeng hindi mag-work under MacBook. But yeah, pwede naman yan gawa ng paraan, kailangan lang pag-aralan o ang pasikot-sikot ng MacBook. And then siya nga pala, in our previous vlogs, nakwento na natin na ang tuition fee ng international students ay triple ng tuition fee ng mga domestic students. So sino ba yung mga domestic students? Ito yung mga permanent residents na ng Canada and yung mga citizens na ng Canada. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga domestic student ay nagbabayad ng mas murang tuition fee compared sa ating international students. And para rin ma-compare nyo and para makita nyo kung gaano kamahal yung tuition fee nating international students na dapat hindi nyo sayangin talaga, ay ito. So, in our program to ha, so in Legal Assistant Diploma Program, so for 2 years, ang domestic students will just have to pay $14,267 in total. Yan, for 2-year program. But as international students, yan, tingnan nyo, ito ang tuition fee natin in total for 2 years. That is $35,772 $94. And that excludes again the books and the softwares that are being required per subject. So, di ba, ang laki ng difference, that's about triple na mga domestic students. Kaya nga maganda, syempre goal rin ng iba na maging PR agad kasi when you become a PR or permanent resident, yung rate na mag-a-apply sa'yo, yung domestic rate na. So, you don't have to pay triple the tuition fee of that domestic student. And in case if you are interested then to take this Legal Assistant Diploma Program, you can also browse it in the website of SAIT kung open pa ba yung intake na goal ninyo. So, for domestic and international students, close na yung winter intake kasi super lapit naman na niya, which is, ang start date niya is January 8. But for fall 2024, diba, September pa yan next year. So, pero for international students, you are already waitlisted. So, the deadline for the application will be until May 29, 2024. But yeah, you will already be waitlisted. So, ibig sabihin, sobrang dami na rin na apply for this program. So, but still, maraming programs na in-offer yung SAIT na school kung nasan ako, and you can also check other schools around Calgary or other schools here in Canada if you are interested in becoming an international student. So, yun guys, yung life update natin as an international student here in Canada. And since nga nakabayad na rin tayo few days ago ng ating tuition, so ito na yung mga magiging subjects natin for the next SEM. So, meron akong criminal law. I'll be taking family law also. We have law office simulation, legal computer application 3, and then wills and estate law. So, I'm excited actually to learn about all these subjects, especially in criminal law, family law, and wills and estate law. Kasi I'll be discovering yung mga differences ng laws ng Canada compared sa laws natin sa Philippines. So, yan ang ating update bilang international student here in Canada. So, we still have about 2 weeks na magpahinga, mag-ready for the next semester kasi it's gonna be a battle. And I'm just really thankful na lang din na for fall 2023 hindi kami pinahirapan na mag-commute and hindi ganun kalamig dito sa Calgary. So, meron ako actually my day last year. Nasa minus 37 kami last year, ha? And then ngayon, minus 2 na lang. So, sobrang thankful ako kasi hindi ganun kalamig ngayong year. Sana 'di ba ganun kaganda lagi ang weather dito sa Calgary. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yun lang naman guys ang aking update for this day. I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Subscribe na rin kayo guys in our channel if you have not yet subscribed, and comment nyo na rin kung taga saan kayo para alam namin kung saan nakakaabot ang videos namin. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace!